Welcome to the Aloha Classic Day 5 Extended Highlights, brought to you by North Shore Maui Rent-A-Car, Maui's most trusted, locally owned and operated rental car operation based on the North Shore of Maui. After a break in the wind, competition resumed with the double elimination for both the pro men and the pro women. The pro men's double elimination was filled with high-level drama, with Mark Pere and Ricardo Campello working their way through the double elimination with no slip-ups allowed. These first 6 heats tell the story that would soon culminate in the final results of this year's world title campaign. Women's double elimination, round 1, heat 1, got underway with Jessica Crisp, Stenia Judoba, who unfortunately had to withdraw, Sol de Greek, and Val Lopez. Conditions were fairly moderate, as you see here on Sol's first mid 3-point score. The wave allows her to get loose on the face, but there just wasn't enough wind to really cut loose and get a bigger score for Sol. Here's another low 3-point score where you see the judges weren't really rewarding her for full rail commitment. The turns were a little bit more like half turns, partly due to Sol's inexperience at Hukipa, but also just very light winds. Here comes Jessica Crisp with a 4.3 ride on a nicely selected wave. And you can see comparatively her rail work's a little more complete. Not completing that ride, but also displaying a little bit more radical approach. Here comes Crisp with a 4.3, making contact with the lip, continuing down the line. Val Lopez, Hukipa local, needs no introduction, and her fearless approach to sailing Hukipa shone through in this heat. Here's Val selecting a very nice wave up at Green Trees and watch as it forms under her and she stays high on the wave, enabling her to keep her speed as she makes a nice off the lip on that one. Val backing that up with a high 3. Multiple turns on this wave. And the results, Val Lopez and Crisp advancing through ahead of de Greek.
So, unfortunately, that's the end of the road for you out in the double elimination. But how was the heat?
Yeah, it was pretty nice. It's my first time in Maui, and I'm really happy that I could join the comp. And I'm pretty happy to sail here in Hukipa.
I'm sure we're going to see more of you here. Are you staying for a bit longer?
Tomorrow evening we are leaving home, but I still have to go to school.
Well, this won't be the last we see of you. Amazing season and good luck for next year.
Thank you.
Jess, through the first heat, how is it out there?
It's pretty light, but it's fun. It's more like a summer Hukipa day, not like a winter Hukipa day. But I borrowed a massive board off somebody, so I was like on an ocean liner, and that helped. But yeah, Val's really good, so it's a lot of good people going through the heats, so it's actually going to be really tough moving forward.
Good luck in the next one.
Thank you, thanks.
Val, you won that heat. How was it out there?
I won that heat?
Yeah.
No way. That was a struggle. It was really hard. I had so much fun though.
Good luck in the next one.
Thanks.
Women's double elimination, round 1, heat 2, with Lena Bang-Wittrup, Sarah Hauser, Maureen Hunter, and Lisa Warmeister. Similar conditions as in heat 1, with Maureen Hunter scoring this 3.7. Note the rail work that Maureen puts in and her line. A little bit more radius, just a little shy on the wave selection, hence the score. Maureen's second wave with a little more substance here. But you notice the approach. She really does punch her bottom turn. The judges responding Still yet, tough conditions and very, very critical wave selection, light winds, tough combination to compete in. Here's Lena Wittrup with a 4.83. Lena from Denmark making a very nice showing here at her first Hokipa contest. 3 bottom turn combo there. Here's Lena on another nice offering wave-wise. Perhaps the judge is not rewarding her as much for this placement. And you could just see the wind quit on her there. Here's Lisa Warmeister with a 4.10. Lisa from Guadeloupe, no stranger to starboard tack sailing and showing an instant adaptability to Hokipa. We'll be hearing her name a lot in the future. Here's another nice ride from Lisa. Getting crossed up with little traffic from Marine and Lena there. Lisa drawing a pretty wide line on this wave, but getting scored for her turns and her arcs. Here's Sarah Hauser, 5.8. Sarah getting a pretty long ride out of this wave. Sarah Hauser with her top score of the heat, a 7. Perfectly good placement, making sure she connects her turns, and Hokipa answers back by giving her a perfect canvas to work with. And that was the heat. And the results are Sarah Hauser in first place, Lisa Warmeister ahead of Wittrup, and Marine Hunter narrowly in fourth. Quite a close battle between the back 3 riders in that heat.
Sarah and Lisa, both the French island girls from the other side of the world, both through that heat. How was it?
It was fun. Yeah, I was having a good time. So just getting warmed up, hopefully for a lot more heats. Fingers crossed.
And for you, Lisa?
Exactly, it was so fun, but difficult, but fun.
Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Going straight into men's double elimination, round 4, heat 1, featuring Ricardo Campello, Marc Perret, Tomas Traversa, and Takara Ishii. Toma with a mid-4. Not a world title contender in this heat, but 2 other sailors were. That being the sailor behind Traversa, Marc Perret. Traversa's second score, a high 3. A fairly well-placed turn by Thomas, but not much left after that. Perret setting it up. And Perret with a nice tweaked air into the pit, opening up his scoring. Perret not able to afford even a small slip-up, as he has a front row seat for Takara Ishii, making a perfect goiter. Takara not messing around here. You look at the read on this wave. This was a long wall. It had greater scoring potential than the 3.4 that he got for it. Perhaps taking too vertical of a line and allowing the entire wave to roll by him. This would come back to haunt him in this heat. Our other world title contender is Ricardo Campello. And he launches a very nice goiter over the section leading to his first score, keeping the dream alive. Ricardo sizing up his second ride. You can see the urgency, the body language. Every turn, every trim counts. Ricardo opting for a standard wave ride approach off the lips and bottom turns. Nets him a low 5-point score. Marc Perret starting to take dominance in this heat and his situation with a 6. You can see the judges rewarding the top to bottom approach and also the critical wave placement. This was a situation where you did a lot of board riding, and Pare flips it around for a taka and the make. No dice for Ishii. Toma, staying active. Just a little shy on the wave selection. Mark Pare behind him with a beautiful score. Another tweaked air. Secondary hit. And the results of that heat, Ricardo Campello taking second place. Mark Pare dominating the heat. Takara Ishii narrowly missing an advancing spot in third, with Traversa rounding it out in fourth.
Boys? Mark, you look super happy to be through. How was the heat?
Yeah, it was light and small, but it was super fun. I enjoyed myself. Yeah, I saw the guys at the beginning getting a few good waves. I was like, oh, I'm out of this dog now. And then I just like come down, I did a goiter and stuff, and had a couple of waves, so super happy to be feeling my heat.
Good luck for the next one.
Thank you.
Ricardo, through that one.
It was super light, very few waves. I was trying to get the sets, but you know, with light winds against these light guys, it's super difficult to actually have the pick on the waves. So yeah, happy I made it, and one more step closer, and gonna hope the wind fills in a little bit more.
Good luck for the next one.
Thanks.
Men's double elimination round 4 heat 2 featured Morgan Noirot, Jake Shedaway, Kai Lenny, and none other than Levi Siver. Siver starts off the scoring with his signature tweak, just eking it back in the under 10 knot winds on offer. Siver backing that up right away with a 4.6. Spray turn off the lip combo. Solid riding from Siver, who knew he was in a stacked heat. Jake Shedaway, a one-time top 4 finisher in this event, scraping his way through the double elimination, a little bit of a bobble on that bottom turn to keep his position on the wave, but still getting 3 excellent turns. You can really say that Shedaway stays active. Looking for the finishing hit here. A bit of a straight air. You could tell maybe he wanted the rotation, but he still gets the entire wraparound. And here comes Kai Lenny using the entire rail of his board to project into off the lips like that. Excellent riding from Lenny. Crushing that section on the opening. This was a memorable ride from this event with the board placement that he displayed. Morgan Noirot asserting his dominance in this round, certainly making it look like he was going to go a far way in this competition, just eking out of that attempt, but connecting on this one. Noirot stating his case for further advancement in the event. And the results being Morgan Noirot in first place, Kai Lenny in second. They move on. And Jake Shedaway and Levi Siver head for the showers, dreaming of what could have been. Very narrow between Lenny and Shedaway.
Morgan winning that heat, how was it for you?
It's pretty small, obviously, as we've seen today. But there are some waves. I was on a pretty big sail again because you need you just want to get on the good ones. So if you're on too small a sail, everyone's just going to be planning around you and you're probably not going to get a good one. But yeah, I managed to get a couple. Got a good taka, which was, I think, my highest going wave with like a turn or something. And so yeah, just keep it going. First heat of hopefully many. So
For context, what size sail were you on?
I was on a 5.3 and 88 again, which is what I was on the other day in the single. It's definitely windier, but since it's so small, you're kind of making up for the lack of size today with just a bigger sail just to move around.
Awesome. Well, good luck in the next one.
Thank you.
Kai, through that one, you're now going to face Ricardo and Mark Perret, who are fighting for the world title. How do you feel about that?
I'm pretty excited to be in the title mix. Not necessarily, in it for myself, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, conditions are tough. Those are two guys that could win the world title. So it's up to me to do my best sailing so that, I can make it through. But it's going to be a tight one for sure. The conditions are pretty tricky. Not a lot of waves, light winds, but let the best sailor win.
Might we see you fighting for the title next year? Are you going to do more events?
We'll see how I do in this event. Might consider going full-time on the tour again.
Awesome. Good luck.
Thanks.
Moving forward with women's double elimination round 2 heat 1, Jane Seaman, Val Lopez, Maria Andres, and Jessica Crisp. Val Lopez, who keep a local, scraping by with whatever she could find, and it really wasn't much. Her wave selection, unfortunately, just didn't give her a chance. Jane Seaman, also in a similar predicament. Jane knows she has a better contest in her, but she did well with the waves she found here, making contact and showing everybody she knows how to sail Hokipa with the best of them. Jane's had a great year on tour, and we look forward to seeing her back out there next year. Jessica Crisp, last year's event winner. Also meaning business here. Connecting the dots, doing the work that she can to make these lesser conditions work. That means a little bit of sail pumping and a lot of making the board do the work. Jessica Crisp showing a determination to make it through to the next round. Heat winner, Maria Andres, really put on a clinic here. Beautifully timed aerial there from Maria, exhibiting the joy that windsurfing brings her. And Hokipa offering her these nice canvases to work off of. Andres also a serious contender on this year's tour, sailing with the joy, loving what she does. And the results, Andres comfortably in front, Jessica Crisp right behind her, Jane Seaman and Val Lopez. That's it for their campaigns.
Jess, through another heat, how was this one compared to the last one?
It was a lot windier. I switched back to my normal board and I was on my floor but the conditions are, I know there's wind, but you're searching for a wave. Like I think the set waves came in after our heat finished, but yeah, but it's what it is.
Good luck and keep going.
Thanks so much, thanks.
Maria, how does it feel to win that heat?
So happy. I'm so happy, because I had a lot of fun. And for me today it was like, it's really hard, but at least I want to get out, like having fun, feeling that I did what I can do. And yeah, I'm stoked.
What gear are you riding today?
I was on the Grip 476 and the Superhero SLS 47. I was doubting at the beginning. I was thinking about getting the big board, like the 81, because it was extremely light, but then there was some gust and I thought like, I better go with the board that I feel comfortable. So I'm happy I did that choice.
Good luck for the next one.
Thank you.
Women's double elimination round 2 heat 2 featured Lena Erpenstein, Sarah Hauser, Angela Cochran, and Lisa Wurmeister, shown here, opening up the scoring. Lisa gaining experience at Hokipa wave after wave, and you can see after each ride she's doing the corrections, which in time will bring her into the contender position out here. As far as this contest, Lisa's body of work was complete at the conclusion of this heat, but she left a really lasting impression and showed a great attitude throughout this competition. Lena Erpenstein also rounding out a year in which she felt and everybody else felt that she could have contended from the get-go, not attending all the events, but showing up here at Hokipa and similarly gaining experience wave after wave. We all feel that Lena Erpenstein will be finishing higher in the rankings in the future. Angela Cochran, a savvy veteran of Hokipa, showing what it takes to finish at the top of the brackets year after year after year. Angela showed a lot of command over her rig, guiding it to an advancing position in this heat. Nice lip slide there from Cochran. Sarah Hauser, continuing her campaign from deep in the double elimination, bringing it forward with one turn deserving another. Hauser gaining momentum in speed and energy with a lot of positive flow. Sarah really working the rail game there, and the judges definitely responded with 14-point heat total. Angela Cochran moving on in second. Erpenstein and Warmeister's campaigns are done, but they left a lasting impression, to be sure.
Sarah, winning that heat, how was it for you?
Oh man, that's how as good as it gets. Just started the heat on the buzzer with a good wave, so that takes off the pressure, and then I just had fun. So yeah, super stoked.
Is all the training, like living here in Maui, does that really pay off in these conditions?
Yeah, definitely. Any experience and time spent pays off. But Hokipa is a tricky wave. It can be so different each day, so you constantly have to adapt to it.
Good luck for the next one.
Thank you.
Lena, unfortunately, this is the end of your Aloha Classic. What's the feelings right now?
Mixed feelings, of course. I think it actually turns out to be quite a nice day. Like I definitely had fun. I sailed by far my best heat, so I'm happy about that. And I heard the other girls were crashing it, so yeah, that's competition, and I'm happy to be featured here, even though I'm a loser.
We're definitely going to see more of you next year, so we're excited to see what you can do.
So am I. Let's see.